Ganyo. I am the Executive Director for Africa ICT Right, which is a non-profit organization. Africa ICT Right has been in existence since 2007, and we are ICT oriented. We have 4 main programs that we run in ICT area in terms of Computer for Change, which is a computer donation program for schools. We have the Connected and Unconnected, which is building ICT labs for communities and as well as schools. And then we also have the GTech program, the Girls in Tech, which the acronym is GTech, which also aims to introduce girls to computer science education. We also have the I Teach IT, which is a training program, ICT training program for teachers on how to integrate ICT into their curriculum. Yeah, so these are the major programs that Africa ICT runs.
Okay. What has been the major challenges for you all these years? How long have you been in social entrepreneurship, and what have been the major challenges for you?
Well, as I said, Africa ICT has been in existence for 7 years now, and some of the challenges that we have basically is about funding. And also, let me put it at funding. Yeah, that has been the most.
Yeah. Okay. Has the issue of funding improved? Is it still as started from the very beginning?
Well, there have been improvements in that regard. Because when you start as a non-profit organization, most people don't know you and they don't have that trust, and you don't have any track record for them to see, so it's very difficult for everybody to give you funding or to come to your aid. Yeah, but it has improved during the first phase of the organization. Within the first 3 years, it has improved. From the 4th year, we've received funding from organizations like SIDA, Google Ghana, Google International. We've worked with Microsoft, so it has improved. We have some partners like Computer Reach, and all these people have come on board to support. So it has improved a lot.
Okay. How has the journey been like for GTech, like Girls in Tech in Tamale? I know we understand it's not been in existence for long in Tamale, but how has the journey been like so far?
Okay. Well, we are in our 2nd year. We started a GTech program last year with 5 schools, and we did a pilot in these 5 schools to see how we can introduce girls to computer science education at a very early age. And at the end of the year, we did a monitoring evaluation of the project to see how it was impacting on the girls and even the schools. And through that, we've able to remodify that model, and we've now gone to the 2nd phase this year, which we've set up a center at Tipoli to introduce more girls to computer. And it has been most of the schools have participated well, and they've given us encouragement. We currently have about 536 kids that are on the program. We now have about 12 schools which are on board now, and all of them have ICT clubs, most of them running up to 40 to 50 girls in each school. So it has been more encouraging, and we've seen some improvement from the pilot project that we did. We've seen a massive improvement in that regard.
Okay. What's the future like for GTech in Tamale?
Well, I think it's great because this is just the beginning, but the kind of participation or the kind of participation we receive from the schools and also from the girls tells us that GTech is here to stay, and we know that within the 3rd year we even go beyond maybe the 1,000 miles of girls, reaching more girls and having more girls making change in their communities.
Okay. What strategies are you putting in place so that it doesn't become like a 9-day wonder for most of the girls where, well, it's free now. Let's come in to learn some coding techniques, some animation techniques, some programming techniques. And after a year or two, they are out there and they can't be able to continue from where they left off from GTech. What's the sustainability plan GTech has in place for their girls when they are done with school? Because we know you are working with the schools, so when they are done with school, what's the progression level? What's the sustainability plan you have in place for the girls?
Okay. Yeah, we are currently working. We are currently reaching out to more companies and even other non-profit organizations who are giving scholarship for girls to pursue ICT related fields in at the universities, which we are now partnering with them to see how some of these girls can be encouraged and be sponsored, so that after school they can able to take up ICT related courses, so that they can develop that interest, and at the end of the day we can achieve our goal. So we are not only focusing on only the first phase of where we are introducing girls to computer, to animations and games designing or basic coding, but we are also looking beyond that, where we are trying to develop other partnerships with other NGOs that are girls related, who are girl centered or gender centered, to see how they can come on board and sponsor these girls to pursue or further their education in the area of ICT.
Okay, so what's in it for partners who want to join or who want to partner you? What's in it for them?
Well, I think there's a whole lot that is needed for any sponsor that comes on board. Because one, we are trying to provide education for girls. Two, we are trying to create an enabling environment for girls to also participate in every aspect of our industry. And donors are also going to be the beneficiary of these girls when they finish their courses or they finish their education, because most of them are going to work for them, and now every institution need people who are IT oriented. So I think every donor that comes on board, directly or indirectly, may benefit from this GTech program.
Thank you, Daniel.
Thank you too.